You've been told your purpose is a job title, that it's out there, something to chase, earn, or prove. But the Akashic Records tell a different story. They reveal that soul's purpose isn't what you do, it's how you live. Not perfectly, but truthfully. So in this video, I'll show you how one of my clients redefined her purpose by letting go of a role that never really belonged to her. And I'll tell you how I discovered that my purpose was never to start a spiritual business. It was learning to stop taking responsibility for everyone else's life. I'm Karen Wyatt, your records keeper, and after hundreds of soul conversations, here's what I know for sure. Purpose isn't a performance. It's a remembering. Maybe it's time you stopped asking for permission and started listening to your soul. If that resonates, I'd love to invite you to my online workshop happening July 17th, 2025. You'll find all the details in the description below. But let's start with the biggest misconception I see around purpose. We're taught that purpose is something out there, a mission to chase. It's performative. It's a job title to live up to. But here's the thing. I've opened the Akashic Records hundreds of times for clients and for myself. And the records never say you're meant to be a life coach. You need to start a spiritual business, or your soul's purpose is to be an established author by age 40. No. What the records show us is deeper and quieter, because purpose isn't a task list. It's not something you earn gold stars for. It's a way of being. So one that aligns with you, who you really are, underneath all the roles you've played. So if you're sitting there thinking, I've done all the right things, I have the job, the degrees, the family, and something still feels off, you're not crazy, you're not ungrateful, you're just ready to wake up to your truth. So what do the Akashic Records reveal? They show us alignment. I want to be really clear about what that means. Alignment isn't about having your dream job or living in a cottage on a mountaintop. It means how you live lines up to why you came here. It means the choices you make, the energy you bring, and the way you show up in your relationships. That's what reflects your soul's truth. It's not about being admired. It's about being true. Now, let me get personal for a moment. My sole purpose was never to start an Akashic Records business. That's just the form it took. My real purpose was learning how to to stop learning how to take responsibility for everyone else's life, to stop rescuing, to let others walk their own path, even if it was uncomfortable for me. So reading and teaching the Akashic Records gave me a way to do that, because it's not about giving people answers. It's about helping them find their own answers. My business became the vehicle for my soul's purpose, not the purpose itself. Maybe that's true for you too. Your soul's purpose might show up in your work, your family, your creativity, but the real purpose runs deeper. It's a pattern you're here to evolve. So the truth, you're here to live. A way of being that frees you and everyone around you. So why do we lose this connection to our soul's truth? We don't usually wake up and say, today I'll abandon myself. It just happens slowly. So when we're praised for being the helpful one, the good one, the responsible one, the achiever, the peacekeeper, little by little we become so good at playing the part, we forget we're even acting. Let me give you an example. So one of my daughters, she's in her 30s, is going through something hard. So every cell in my body wants to fix it, to take the pain away. But even though she's never asked me to do that, so I hear that old voice inside saying, good mothers drop everything. Good mothers make it better. But my soul knew, and this is from years of doing this, my soul knew that was an old identity talking. And the records reminded me, love doesn't mean self-abandonment. So I supported her the way she actually needed, like the way she actually asked me. It's by staying grounded in myself. Now that choice, the presence over performance, that was my quiet rebellion. And yes, it was hard, but it was also healing. So here's the thing. When you wear a role long enough, it becomes more than a habit. It becomes a soul pattern, like always putting others first or believing your worth comes from productivity, holding it all together because falling apart feels so unsafe, shrinking into yourself to avoid rejection, becoming invisible to avoid hurt. And many of those patterns, they didn't start with you. Some are ancestral, passed down by women who had stayed small to survive. And then some are karmic, unfinished lessons from other lifetimes. I want you to keep remembering this. Karma isn't a punishment. It's a teacher. It asks, are you ready to respond differently this time? Can you bring love where there used to be fear? And when you ask those questions in the records, they'll show you where the loop began or what you were meant to learn and how to choose a new path now with clarity and love. Now, let me tell you about a client I had a while ago. She was very smart, successful, kind. She had the career, the thriving side hustle, a family she adored. Now, on the surface, everything looked fantastic. But inside, she felt numb. She felt disconnected. She said to me, I don't get it. I did everything right. Why does it all feel so wrong? When we opened up her records, and what came through wasn't advice. It was an image for her. And it was her as a young child sitting under a tree, writing poetry in a little notebook. Now that took her back to her happiest moments in her childhood. That image cracked her wide open. Now she remembered who she was before she started performing for approval. And her master's teachers and loved ones said, you were in alignment then. Not because she was productive, because she was present, lit up from the inside. That's what purpose looks like in the records. It's a return, not a hustle. It's a remembering, not a performance. So let me ask you, what part of your life have you mistaken for your purpose? And what roles are you carrying that were never truly yours? And what might your soul be inviting you to live differently this time? So your sacred rebellion might not be a dramatic life change. It might look like finally choosing to stop fixing everyone else's life and start living your own with full presence. And that's what I'm learning to do. And if your path looks different, that's okay. Like the records don't compare. There is no judgment here. They just clarify. So if this video helped you feel seen, please like it, subscribe, share it with someone who's ready to reclaim their purpose. And if you're ready to go deeper, join me July 17th, 2025 for my live online workshop called Sacred Rebellion, Reclaiming Purpose Through the Akashic Records. We'll open up your records together and explore what your soul is really here to do beyond the should. All the details are below in the description. And I'd love to know, what's one role you're ready to lay down? Tell me in the comments. Until next time, I'm Karen, your records keeper.